News of the stunning assassination of Charlie Kirk didn't merely rock the nation, it sent shockwaves directly into the White House. What transpired in Washington was nothing short of absolute pandemonium. Accounts started coming in of panicked phone calls, urgent meetings, and an administration caught totally by surprise. Tonight, we dissect just what went on within Biden's inner circle in those initial critical hours. Nearly the moment the assassination was made official, close sources indicate that President Biden looked visibly shocked. Sources familiar with the circumstances report him as caught off guard, unready, and at times even snapping at staff in anger. The West Wing became a beehive of anxiety. Staffers were sprinting from offices, phones were ringing constantly, and no one seemed to have a strategy in place. As Biden's people scrambled, Donald Trump already was on the internet, lashing out at the White House and spurring rumors. His tantrum ignited a firestorm on social media.
This is a very tough moment. I think one of the toughest things I've ever had to discuss. Charlie Kirk was not just a friend. He was not just someone I knew.
Behind those closed doors, the mood was said to be desperate. Some aides urged a firm statement to settle the public. Others cautioned that anything Biden does will be counterproductive, particularly when Trump weaponizes every utterance. At the same time, the media was pounding the administration for information, asking questions Biden didn't possess. Biden lashed out more than once, yelling and displaying uncharacteristic flashes of fury, according to leaks. Staff said it was one of the most frenetic nights of his term. The security briefings rolled in one after another, but those didn't provide answers either. Who had killed Kirk? Was it a foreign, political, or dark actor? The unresolved questions only intensified the storm. While Biden fought to maintain control, the pressure outside the White House boiled over. On Capitol Hill, legislators fought in angry debates, with Republicans denouncing the administration for weakness and Democrats scrambling to leap to their leader's defense. The chaos wasn't just inside the West Wing, it had flowed across the entire political spectrum. Trump supporters doubled down, citing Kirk's death as evidence of instability. Conservative media attacked the administration for slowness, while liberal media accused Trump of capitalizing on tragedy. The country was divided, seething, and more confused than ever. And just when things couldn't take a further downward spiral, rumors began circulating. The FBI had discovered explosive new evidence tied to the assassination. Classified information, possible suspects, and a story that could turn the entire tale on its head. Insiders were pointing to the fact that this proof wasn't merely about Charlie Kirk. It may directly connect to Washington power players. In the event the truth is leaked, it would not only shake the White House, it might send shockwaves throughout Congress, the FBI itself, and even the presidency. As Biden's administration struggled to keep the madness contained, the real storm was yet to come. The FBI is aware of more than it's letting on, and the leaks indicate that the cover-up may already be breaking. The question now is easy. When that evidence comes out, who will make it through the fallout? Stay tuned, because in our next video, we reveal the FBI leaks that will change everything you ever thought you knew about this assassination. But here's the thing, everyone doesn't know. The turmoil within the White House wasn't strictly about optics. It was about control. Several insiders report influential players outside the administration, lobbyists, donors, and shadow advisors were putting pressure on Biden's team regarding what narrative to push. The anxiety wasn't so much about the assassination itself, it was about who would get caught if the truth was known. Rumors began swirling that certain names were deliberately being kept off the FBI's official reports. Why? Because if those names surfaced, it could topple careers, end political dynasties, and maybe even spark nationwide unrest. In the meantime, the media went into high gear. One channel made Biden out to be a victim of fate, another made him out to be incompetent, and independent media began to dig up ties the mainstream overlooked. Each channel, each tweet, each headline fanned the flames. And what about the public? They weren't swallowing it. Millions cried out for answers, clogging social media with speculation. Some insisted that the government was already aware of who was behind the assassination. Others thought the assassination was fake to create political upheaval. The fight for facts had officially gone viral. And that leads us to the most important question. Who actually stands to gain from Charlie Kirk's murder? Biden's White House, Trump's base, or powers that work behind the scenes, manipulating both sides against one another? The reality lies in abeyance, concealed in FBI records, leaked in whispers, and buried beneath political spin. Yet one thing is sure, America will never remain the same after this experience. The storm has arrived, and the next bit of proof could clear up the confusion or incinerate Washington. Stay tuned, because in our next video, we delve directly into the FBI leaks themselves, and what we find is more astonishing than anyone anticipated.